Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. This is a Leo reading, so thank you for all your likes, comments, and subscribes to the channel. Do check your star signs in your birth chart to see which are going to be resonating with you. And yeah, let's get into the reading, shall we? No delay. What's going on for Leos, please? Okay, something about you being warned to stay home today. It says you want to stay home, but you may not want to be out and about. You may want to stay home today, or you could have a warning that you mean well, or you mean what you say to stay home. So something about staying home. Maybe you want to stay home, or maybe someone's, telling you you should stay home. Um, but it's something about feeling sick and tired, or enemies could be out there, or feeling like you just don't want to go out. Karma could be coming to someone, maybe even seeing if you could be home, what would you be doing? It says some of you want to go home from work, or maybe even praying that you'll come out of the time that you spent in jail, or maybe even seeing some of you guys wanting to know you can see who's going to be there for you once you come out. Okay, so I don't know if some of you guys are um waiting to come out from prison, or somebody could be a cross watcher and you know um wanting to know what Leo's doing there, and when getting ready to be released in some type of way. But some of you guys want to stay home from work, some of you guys want to go home from work, some of you guys don't want to go out, some of you guys don't want to see that problems come to you overall. Okay, it does say someone here wants to see you in a situation of mental health cells, and maybe even trying to warn you that they're in the mind of their own with a black mood coming to get you in your mind. It says no one is in the mind frame of getting in the mood with you to be under attack. I know I sent you bad warnings, but you shouldn't have wanted to go down that road. So someone could be saying you shouldn't have wanted to go down that road, where you could be under attack in your mind to do something wrong, or maybe even say something bad. Maybe even seeing if you did something you shouldn't have, or maybe even laughing because you shouldn't have been there or done something in the first place, or been out and about on your own. It says you could have been in trouble with something you saw, or maybe even saw that someone didn't want you out and about, and now you're in a problem. It says you may not see it, but you could have problems on your hand today. Okay. It says no one's in trouble around you unless you want to be there yourself. It says you've seen yourself in problems before and you don't want to keep picking on your mind or your family's mind, but you need help to support something that's going on inside you. Maybe even a female around you needs support with the mindset that you have, because you've told her, stop picking on me. And it does say you feel like doing something harsh or harmful to someone, or even harmless at times when you think about it, as it's not that bad or evil. But it does say you really wonder, could you move on past the negativity or the enemy mindset inside you, as people pick on you way too much, or even join in on cause for concern atmospheres that want you to be dragged into the problems. It says, see, people around me keep fighting or having problems. It says, I know I've seen a lot of this today. People having problems, having mental health problems, solving things with arguments or even fights. A lot of people are going down in their head today with problems. So you may have seen people with a lot of like argumentative behaviors or just problems, and or maybe, dealing with situations in a way that are quite harsh. Maybe you've even heard that something was going on and you sold your soul to the problem so much to the point you said, well, what if I was in that problem? What would I do? And it doesn't say that you would get involved, but you just wonder what's going on in your mind at times when you try to tease your head about things that you would do, or wonder if it would happen to you, and even get good news to say it's not going to be me. I would never get myself in that type of problem. It says some of you are going in your mind a lot about things and wonder about things, and now is the time for you to see that you don't do the baddest things on the planet to get yourself in a problem. It says you are warning yourself to protect your mental health, or maybe even see that you are not going down in any way, or maybe even getting yourself into trouble. It says you may not want to see yourself left on the side of the road, dead or harmed or hurt. But you may be going through things in your mind today of the extreme and maybe wondering, how do you cope with things overall if you was to sentimentally give yourself time off and look at it from a new perspective? Maybe sex could be on the agenda for you. It says no one's relating their time to you in that way, but you may see you want sex or you're going to give sex to someone, and you may not want to know if you're going to do it because you're tired. It says you may want to see that someone here is going to give you time to wonder if they want you, or even give you time to wonder if they need you. You may not want to know what's going on, but you need to know who's there and how's it going down in the mindset of theirs when they turn you down about things that you've been wondering about. It says you know that you've wondered too much about things in your mind when it comes to people's botherations about you, or maybe even bothering you for things that you can't give yourself, much less give them. You may not want to see them in a predicament of bad moods, but you don't want to give yourself to them in a sexual way, or maybe you don't even feel like giving yourself time to look and see if you want a lover, a friend, or a family member in your mindset right now, as your time is of the essence and you could be under attack in your mind about other things. Maybe even seeing that you are trying to work on things so brilliantly that you don't realize that people are attacking you. It says people are trying to attack you all the time, but they don't know how to settle themselves or their minds in things that they could move on from. They may want to warn you that they've got problems, but they keep picking on you and picking on you and picking on you, and you're tired of it. It says you may want to see yourself, just give yourself love, or even give yourself a dress up, go out and enjoy yourself day. It says you don't know what's going on with people all the time, but you realize people will always try to pick on your mindset or harm you or get under your skin or try to bother you many times over, and it doesn't always succeed. It's just a bother to you and your mood, your energy, or even seeing that they're trying too hard to get your attention, or maybe get you done, or get you dirty, or get you in a legal problems. Okay. Wow. So there could be people that are being a total nuisance around you, and you just want to relax, you just want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself, or you may want time to yourself, or just to focus on, your busy life, things that you've got to do. And there's some people around that are always trying to tug on your energy. It says, I know that I've been trying for way too long to see you and your mental health under attack. I've been wanting this for so long, and I can't explain why I'm looking at you like you're going to fight me. Are you ready to fight me? Because I want to know, are you going to fight me? You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe a water sign, maybe even a what's it called? A Sagittarius. It doesn't say more than this, but it could be an earth sign. And also there's a female here that is a family member of another female and doesn't want to know that you have good news to help her with a situation of her mind. A man here is going to help her with this just fine, but he sees he's under attack and wants to know what's going on with you. He wants to know, where's it going with you and a friend of her. It says, I know she's mine. She's my daughter. Where is it going with her? It says you don't speak to this woman and you don't want her in your business neither. Neither does the man need to know what's going on with you or what's in your mind. It says nothing's going on in my mind other than what I do for a living or do for work, or what I'm doing right here, right now, today, looking at my mindset and wondering why you're targeting me. It says a Taurus could be on your mind right now, or teasing you or targeting you for a friend, family member of hers. She prayed that this woman would get jail cells or mental health or problems with you or around you or with you. It says no one's going to get that problem with me. Why do you look like she's going to have that problem with this female? It does say this woman feels like she's under attack by someone's essence or maybe a mental health curse. It says she's been looking at you for a long time. I said this because I've also wanted her to see that she's got problems with me. I sent her to look at you. It says you don't need to send her to look at anybody. You're under attack. It says warning signs. I'm always going to be sentimental about what it is that I need. Could I get my tarot reader to look in at another tarot reader? It says the tarot reader that you're looking in on is not going to be available. You need to mind your business and move on. It says I want to know what she does in her mindset and where she's going right now. Who is she and what does she do? It says it's all this you want to know about this woman and you don't need to. She's not your business. And it says this woman keeps looking in and finally giving herself time to look and finally giving herself time to wonder if she's ever going to look at situations in the way that you do. Wanting to know that she can attack you and look into your mind is not going to be the only thing she does. She's going to curse you and maybe put a spell on you, but she realized she's under attack right now with spirits. She's got ghosts or ghostlings around her. It says this woman does esoteric energy, mostly in the mindset of hers, and maybe voodoo runs in her family. It says she's got obia running through her veins right now and wants to curse you. She's timed by a family member to move on. It says people keep picking on me and I'm tired of it. I know that I'm wondering, could you help me? And it does say, Leo, don't speak about it, but you may be the target of success one day if you stay away from the trauma. It says someone may need your help or need your support to move past the energies. And it says your energy is the only way out. Mind you, they don't know how to pick on you more than this. Liberty taking is something that I know that you will do. I wouldn't want to help you, but I'm going to cause you a scene one day when you can't get rid of your curses. It says you've been wanting to see me for so long and I need to tell you that I'm not coming. It says, well, if you don't come to me, then I'm going to call you and say you didn't call me. It says this woman says she knows she was meant to see a GP or a doctor or maybe even a nurse and couldn't get there. It says this woman doesn't know how to speak to me. She doesn't know how to come to me or even talk to me the way I need. I realize she's not going to get the help from me. And it does say a man says he knows that he could call or even help you, but he's not going to call you until he sees that he's in a problem. He may even give you a problem to deal with. You never answered the phone, but it says he's going to deal with you in a way that he can't attack you because it does show a number or not a number on your phone and it never will come through. It does say that you don't have any time off in your mind to see if someone's going to pick on you because a man is trying to get out of a situation or trying to curse you with his laughing stock mental health problems, which is, I don't want to see that you're in a problem, but I don't want to help you today. I could never see that I wanted to help you and I'm not going to. I'm going to run away. So someone here is trying to get out of something, doesn't want to help another person. It could have something to do with someone's medical health as well. Okay. It says no one's going to see a problem with this, but they're all going to see a problem if they don't try and come on the right time or in the right timing or on the right day. It says someone here is trying to be delusional or not even speaking about things but moving on from the problem and may even see that there's a curse here for someone not to deal with a bigger issue later on. It says you didn't have time to go to your doctor's appointment, but it says you never had one at the GP. You had to go there for something else. Maybe even see that you was going to go there but you tried not to, and you was going to receive a call but you haven't got one, but the call is not coming. It says someone here is refusing to take the stand and call you. This person may not even ring you or even try to text you to say sorry they can't make it, but this person is in trouble if they don't do their job. So someone's in trouble if they don't do their job to support the situation, whether this is for you or someone around you, Leo. Okay, it says someone around you needs support, but it's also for you. For some of you guys that are needing support and it's urgent, and you may even need to talk to them on the phone instead of going there, you are going to have problems with this as they're trying to warn you that they're going to avoid you today like the plague. Bloody hell. It says, no, I'm not. I'm going to change my mind at the last minute. I thought about it, but I realized I'm in a muddle. I wouldn't want to know that she's going to have problems and can't see what the problem is. It says, you have her file. You can see everything. But why would you not want to sort that out? Can you see that I'm burdened? I'm overwhelmed. I wouldn't want to know that people are dealing with me. It says you should be home resting or even retired if you're tired of seeing your patients. Wow, this could be an actual doctor that doesn't want to see their patients, or a nurse or someone like a physician. It says someone here doesn't want to go down the wrong way, but they've been told to take the time off or go home. Maybe even see a doctor if they're unwell. Something's going to happen in the next week or two if you're not careful. Family member is stressed and needs a family to move forward with something. Could be in relation to injections or maybe even medicine. Someone here needs to see that they've got a jab or something. It does say you may not need another appointment to get this, but you may need a jab of some sort, or someone here needs a jab. It does say an appointment is booked for you to get a jab or maybe even a blood test. It says someone needs to give you a blood test and doesn't know why it's happening so soon. It needs to happen urgently, as this time is of the essence to see what's the matter with this person. This person may not see it, but she's got karma coming with this problem, as she never needed to say that she's got problems with her mind about what she's going through, who she is and what kind of demons are going through her mind to tell her who she is and what she's going through. She may not know how it's happening, but she knows who she is. And it says someone here keeps picking on her with spells and is also giving her information about who she is. It says she knows that she's got karma with this, but it says she doesn't know exactly why she's got karma with it. It says legal actions are pending for her. She needs to go down. It says she's not going down, and you will never be able to get this woman to go down. And you'll never, ever be able to get her to go down. You just warned yourself to attack her with a spell that she can use for her own benefits and give herself good news. It says no one's going down with this woman either. If she knows too much about God, life, and everything. It says now you know that you should never have attacked her with gifts of yours when now she's got gifts to see through things and give herself blessings in the near future for everything she wants. She's got blessings. So it looks like someone else has been attacking someone with spells as well, and has been giving them some type of special gifts to see things, you know, before it arises, or to see, you know, look deeper into situations and know what's what. Like, it's like they've been given some type of spiritual gift. Okay, and it also says it's because the person wanted to see this other person go down, but it's like it's backfired on them in a way where the spell that they've given them was to help them see that they're supposed to have like a punishment come in, almost like a jail sentence in some type of way. But it says they're never going to be able to allow this person, if this is you or someone else, they're never going to be able to get this person to go down through their spells and their rituals. But it's helped this person enhance a spiritual gift to be able to see things within themselves, like what's wrong with them or what's wrong with other people, or to see, like, you know, special things in the future or the past or the present, that type of thing, you know, like it's giving them some type of spiritual powers in some type of way. Okay, it does say there is someone talking to them a lot as well, and it's ghosts. It does say there is a spiritual ghost hanging around this person, but it also says this person doesn't know how to stop enemies from coming forward when they do. It also comes at night, and it does beat on the mindset or in the mind. It says it keeps knocking around the home or in the house, or maybe even seeing that it's going to knock this door soon. It says it will knock a door and you'll hear it. It says the mind game is going to be played again, where the man wants to know that he can tie to your head and say, well, you'll hear this person knock something on the floor or knock it from the table to the floor. And it does say this person could do it but doesn't know how. But this person's eyeing you up to see that they can make things drop, or maybe even make you feel like something is there so you get scared. But it also says you realize that I know that people are going to keep doing this all the time. I've seen something of this nature in my mind, and I'm not joking. Even if it hasn't happened yet, I believe it could happen, and I'm not scared. I'm not going to be scared about it because I've been told that someone is putting a curse on me. So therefore, I know someone's doing this on purpose. And it does say this person is not going to get scared by anyone's rituals or demons that they are being sent, as someone here is trying to scare someone's living daylights out of them and make their health problems worse, their mental health worse, their physical health worse. And all this time, this man says he doesn't know how to stop the curse, but he keeps cursing you daily. And every day he keeps getting told by his wife to spell, 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 spell. Give out spells to this person. It says, you know what, it's getting worse. And it does get worse as this woman and this man come together and read you or look into you and lie down in the mindset and laugh out after you and make fun of you. This man is a man of an obia. And it does say this woman knows who she is to you. She's a family member. In fact, she's a female parent or an aunt, or she could be someone in the family like a cousin. She does know that she is allowed to be around you in your mind, and she told herself this. So she really feels convinced that she is invincible to you being allowed to say what it is that you want to say. But it says a curse is coming and it's on its way. But the demon is trying to tell you that you will do something that's going to cause a harm. And it also says you may not do it in the way that they've asked because you don't want to get in any problems. But you will not be forced in any type of lie or demon activity of theirs. They're going to laugh at you. And it does say you will be laughing at yourself once you realize what you're doing, because you've cursed something and you've also wanted a curse to come out. You realize you will trouble something of someone's, or may not want to, but you don't really feel like doing it. So you're going to curse them instead. And it does say he's picking on you right now as we speak. And he's constantly doing this all the time. He may not want to speak to you all the time, but he's going to speak to you every day. Okay. A lot going on, Leo. It does say someone here keeps targeting you and will not stop. This person keeps targeting you and will never stop. Laugh if you've seen the person before and they keep picking on you. It says, I know I want to be with you. And it doesn't say that this person keeps making you feel good about it. They keep crying and then wanting you to know that you will cry. And they keep laughing and wanting you to know that you will laugh once you see what's going on. But it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you sad. It just says sex is something that you know you see. You want love. You want marriage. You also know that you want to be taken out, or you want drinks, or you want meals, or you just want fun. But it says all this time you may not see it, but you're having fun with someone this week or this weekend. You may feel like you've given yourself enough time to receive a love offer, maybe even marriage. But it says warning signs are there for you to feel like you're going to be upset by a person, or maybe upset them. It says no one here but a long-time friend could have entered your life, and this person could have come back to you. It says, you know what? You don't fancy them as much as they fancy you, or they fancy you more than you fancy them. But it says someone here fancies you more than you fancy them. And they don't really fancy you as much as you thought so, Leo. But it really makes you wonder if you've gone under attack by the mindset of your own. It says, I know I don't want to get involved with people's business, but what if you like my son more than I like you there? And it also says your mother figure wants you to know that you're under attack by seeing and believing you could have good news. Someone doesn't want to see you in a love affair, nor do you want to see yourself in one. You may want to really convince this person that you're in love with them, or that you're burdened by whatever comes out of the situation. You may want to target them and see that you love them and talk to them all night long. You may not want to see that you're left out or even chosen as an affair, like it's just going to be a fling, or even something that's going to be no strings attached. It says, you know what? You could crowd yourself in this atmosphere all you want to, but you're not going to have it that way. You may want to see that the man here wants to put you in a love offer and never take you out of it. It says you've got good news coming in, as a man here wants to take you out, wine you, dine you, and speak to you. It does say you could be the man that wants to do this to a female. Some of you guys are going out and some of you guys are staying in, but some of you guys will be making love soon. And it says you ain't going to be stopping either. You are going to be under attack in your mind when you see how precious the sentimental values of a love relationship could come into your mind and stay there in your mind forever once this man enters your mind or your mood or your body. It says if he does have sex with you, he's going to make love with you and you're going to laugh at it, because it's not going to be funny that you stay there in love, but you're going to be miserable because you should have chosen him to be your man. He realized he's going to want to be your man, and you're going to realize that you'll regret it if he ever dumps you or you dump him, because he's not happy in the situation. But you have to warn yourself. Do you pride yourself over prejudice, or maybe even pride yourself over misconduct? It says you know that you haven't got problems with anything, but you want to know that you've got good news. So you're going to have good news, bad news, and everything else, because someone's trying to warn you that they're trying to get you dirty. It has been happening to you for a long time, that someone pulls you, tugs on you, or makes you feel ill, but no one's going to bless you in your ways of having good news until you give it to yourself, or maybe see the person give it to you. And it says, warning, someone here doesn't want to see you happy. So keep playing along with their mindset if you want to, but let them realize you're not in the mood for any type of negative enemies in them to come out and harm you. They keep tugging on you, harming you, pulling on you, and making you feel like you shouldn't have good karma with your life or your stories. Or even some of you tarot readers that go under the name of Leo, or maybe even see that you are under attack by this situation because of other people's journeys. It says you all are going under at times, but you're also seeing if it's going to have good news or good effects on you also. Okay. So a bit mixed, a bit mixed emotional here. But it says all this time you realize people are going to try and harm you. It says nothing's to be ashamed of. You've been going through this for a while. Do wish it could end, but it's not going to end anytime soon until the mind game stops, with people that are playing mind games behind the scenes stop picking on you with their spells. Or maybe even some of you that are not going through spells, you need to stop and think, why are people targeting you right now for any jealousy? Because some of them are going through some type of mental health problems when it comes to jealousy. Relationships and family members are maybe targeting you because of warning signs of jealousy, and it could be evil, and people spiritually want to know that they're there trying to target you and want to know if they're still in love with you or not, because they don't know if you've moved on or had fun with someone else or tried to have good news elsewhere. So you will be seeing and believing that things are going to get better, but they could get worse if you're not careful. Okay? Because there's a lot of jealous people around. Anything else before we close this reading? It says everything's going to be all right in the next week or two. Wonderful things are going to happen after all. You've seen and believed in yourself enough to make decisions and make sure positive things are going to happen in your nice life and in your atmospheres. But problem solving is going to still be there as you are scrutinized and attacked, and people may send letters out to evict your mindset from something or pick on you even more. It says no one's going to evict you or even place a hold on your life. It says someone here wants to know that you could get evicted and may want to pick on you sometimes, but it's not always going to happen. It says leave her alone. I'm not going to speak to you. And it does say a man here is trying to target a female that wants to see that you're in a bad way. Could be a neighbor or a friend. It does say a frenemy for some of you guys, and maybe even warning signs are there for you all to see that you're under attack by a parent or a family member around you. You may not see good times, but you have to warn yourself to have good news wherever you go now, Leo. So enjoy yourself and enjoy the week ahead, but don't forget to please yourself more than pleasing anyone else. And it is vital that you stay away from karma, drama, or problems with others. And it says have a good time in the meantime, because something is brewing, but it will come up in the month of May, or maybe in the month of June, because it says it's trying to warn you November was going to be the last of it, but it says it's not going to be over yet, as someone keeps targeting you behind the scenes and they're warning you, stop picking on me. But it also says they know why, that you're the one that's picking on them. It's not you, it's someone else that's picking on you through them, or maybe even not picking on you at all through them. It's them picking on you to have a bad mood swing with the person that you're about to see or go on a date with. It says someone here doesn't want to see you happy. Fellowship is there for them to see that you are in a bad way. Friends, family members that they're asking to support in this crisis, or in your mind to say you ain't got good news, but you're warned to move on from them and leave the troubles alone with the family. Wow. It says everything's going to be well in the mind for some of you guys, and some of you guys are going to have great news overall. So don't sweat it and try to have fun as much as possible. Okay, so that was your reading, Leos. Take what you like from it and leave the rest. Whatever resonates, whatever doesn't. But yeah, hope you have a good week overall. I will speak to you soon. For some of you guys, I see money coming, and I do see a lot of it, and I see some of you guys have brilliant ideas to make plans to make more money come in. So well done to you. I will speak to you guys soon. Ciao for now. Bye.